Mama said, while I was writing my movie, you know, because you're doing your movie, you should write the mayor. Y'all, my mother, y'all see, I'm trying to give you parents who try to act like you powerless because this white man told you weren't. Mama said, you need to write the mayor to tell him about your movie. Y'all, I'm in elementary school. Y'all play too much. Child, I wrote a letter to the mayor. The mayor at the time, name was Jimmy Kim. He had one of the biggest, wildest signatures the world has ever known. You know how Donald Trump used to write his name big and outrageous? That's how Jimmy Kim would sign his name. Guess what? Sometime later, went to the mailbox. Guess who got a letter from the mayor in the mail? I said, guess who got a letter in the mail from the city of Meridian congratulating me on my movie? Y'all play too much. I said, guess who, as a little old elementary school student, got a letter from the city, from the mayor congratulating them on their movie? So years later, when I started confronting high-level government officials and people was wondering, Vicki, aren't you scared? Don't you know you might get in trouble? I never thought nothing about those forces. And I tell my mother to this day, I blame it on you, because when I was a little girl, she planted the seed that I had every right to connect with, to communicate with city officials. I said, you dropped something as a little child. She normalized in me. Talk black to me. She normalized in me. So I didn't think nothing about them. I don't think nothing about the governmental. That's supposed to happen to me. I said that's supposed to happen. This is what I'm trying to tell some of you. When you see your baby's good at something and you're thinking, well, I don't know all of the mathematical equations to teach my baby. I don't know this. I don't know that. Let me tell you something. You put them in a position, you put them in a place, you get creative. Mama, daddy, you start moving based on your intuition. When your child is allowed to just explore and to experiment and to be creative, it's going to shape something in them that just might rock the world. And at the very least, their world. Legos might do it. You putting them in a contest, or you putting them in an after-school program, you taking them to a museum, you don't know what that might do. And then sometime after that, when I was 11 years old, that's when I officially, literally called my show, The Vicki Show. I entered a school contest. We didn't have camcorders and none of that kind of stuff. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. The pastor of our church, Reverend Cryer, did at the time. Mama went to the pastor of the church and asked him. My mother went to the pastor of the church, New Prospect Missionary Baptist Church. Which I know about New Prospect Missionary Baptist Church. Mama said, Vicki, told the pastor, my baby want to enter a contest. She's going to do the Vicki Show, and she's going to do her show, but we need a recorder. So I was wondering, after Wednesday night service, what y'all know about Wednesday night prayer meeting and Bible study? Talk black to me. Mama said to the pastor, after Wednesday night Bible study and prayer meeting, can you record the Vicki Show for her to enter the contest in school? Y'all play too much. The pastor recorded me interviewing my grandfather at the time. My grandfather was my first guest, and the show is literally called The Vicki Show. When I came to fly Nubian Queen, I lie not. Before I ever uttered the words to Dr. Boyce, do you all know he called it The Vicki Show? I lie not. God is my witness. I'm 42 years of age. The Vicki Show is what, 30-ish. Yeah, 31 years officially. I won honorable mention. And the reward was the museum and Subway. Y'all play too much. Don't demonize your babies because they don't know how to learn in the way that your open enemy teaches them. You do not know how they're able to absorb concepts in an unusual way. They may have dreams about something. They can naturally come to certain conclusions if you just put them in a creative environment where they're able to do it. Even if you don't know the answers, ask them questions. You may be saying, child, I don't even know if my child's answer's right. So ask them questions. Let me tell you all something. My mastermind people, they know this about me. People that have access to me, I have a very small circle. There are some things I give detailed responses to. There are other things I don't. Why, Vicki? Because if you give everybody everything, they will never learn how to think. I didn't say what to think. I said they won't learn how to think. When you teach someone how to think, when you put them in an environment to let them go to the necessary and logical conclusion, they can do anything. I said they can normalize anything. You can get out of any situation. You can learn. Y'all hearing me? When you asking your babies questions, some of y'all may say, well, I don't even know the answer. I don't even know if they're giving me the right answer. So what? When you ask your babies questions, do you know that you're helping them to think? Cherie said, Florida is listening. I hear you. Mama, I so-and-so. And then we was outside and then we threw it that far and we do. Okay, so you threw it that far. You asked them if they was outside playing basketball and they doing whatever situation. You asked them, what does that got to do with math? Ask them, what is it? Can they connect it to some distance thing or something? Just say something. And just leave it like that. Have them read a chapter in a book and then say what you think about that. You don't have to quote unquote. You don't know what you are inspiring and shaping in them. If spirit lets you bring the child into existence and you're a woman enough and man enough to actually stay there and raise your child, they knew what they were doing. My mama did not have to wax poetic. All she had to do was tell me, oh, here's the paper to write your movie. All she had to do was tell me, I think you should write today. All she had to do was show up and make me think I was a